What is life? What is business? What is education? Furthermore, who are we? Without the aid of communication. In this age of technologically advances, we tend to understand things beyond our limits through our global communication language, English. But what is English without clarity, order, decipherable, and transparency, or in other words, the presence of figures of speech? Simile, a figure of speech involving the comparison of one thing with another thing of a different kind, used to make a description more emphatic or vivid. For example, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Comparing the uncertainty of life to the uncertainty of choosing a chocolate from a box. Metaphor. A metaphor is a word or phrase that is used to make a comparison between two people, things, animals, or places. They can be very helpful for kids who are learning the meaning of specific words because they provide a more visual description of the word or thought.
For example, the slide on the playground was hot stove.
Hyperbole. A hyperbole is an extreme exaggeration used to make a point. It is like the opposite of underestimate. It is from a Greek word meaning exists.
Hyperboles are comparisons, like similes and metaphors, but are extravagant and even ridiculous. For example, it was so cold, I saw polar bears wearing jackets.
Personification. Personification is when you assign the qualities of a person to something that isn't human, or in some cases, to something that isn't alive. There are many reasons for using personification. It can be used as a method of describing something so that others can understand. It could be used to emphasize a point. It is commonly favored literally too, and you may in fact use personification without even knowing it.
For example, the stars dance playfully in the moonlight sky.
Alliteration. Alliteration is a term that describes a literary stylistic device. Alliteration occurs when a series of words in a row, or close to a row, have the same first consonant sound. For example, she sells seashells down by the seashore, or Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, are alliterative phrases. In the former, all the words start with the S sound, while in the latter, the letter P takes precedence. Aside from the tongue twisters, alliteration is also used in poems, song lyrics, and even store or brand names.
For example, Gar's giraffe gobbled gooseberries greedily, getting good at grabbing goodies.
Irony. Irony pervades contemporary language, from its use in sarcasm, comedy, and just every conversation. Irony has long transcended from only being a literary device.
Irony categories. Irony can best defined as the middle ground between what is said and what is meant, or others' understanding of what is said and what was meant. It can sometimes be a bit confusing, yet at the same time it can also be amusing. There are several examples of irony which can be summed up in various categories. Example: a man who is traffic cop gets his license suspended for unpacking parking ticket.
Paradox. Paradox can prove to be very revealing about human nature and the way that we speak. If someone says to you, "I'm a compulsive liar," do you believe them or not? That statement itself is a paradox because it is self-contradictory, which is precisely what a paradox is. At the most basic level, a paradox is a statement that is self-contradictory because it often contains two statements that are both true, but in general cannot both be true at the same time. For example, you can save money by spending it.
Assonance. Assonant examples are sometimes hard to find because they work subconsciously sometimes and are subtle. The long vowel sounds will slow down the energy and make the mood more submerged, while high sounds can increase the energy level of the piece. For example, if I bleat when I speak, it's because I just got breathe.